From the moment the tribe leaders brokered with white slave merchants for handkerchiefs, rum, and guns, the male captives of tribal warmongers enjoyed the spoils of war, did not, nor did they ever feel the need to protect all Black women. Y'all, it was never a thing. It was never a thing. From Bell Hooks' book, authored in 1981, titled Ain't I a Woman, she lays bare the dynamic that we still feel the effects of from today. This is not unusual for Black men to sit silently while Black women are being violated. The assumption that Black male slaves, this goes way back to slavery, felt the need to protect all Black women, according to Bell Hooks, is historically inaccurate. This is a quote from her book. I recommend you get it.
And the pot calls the kettle black, calls the kettle burnt, calls her mad. Kettle reminds the pot that we both been burned on the same stove, that the parts of our bodies that are layered in soot were scorched by the same hands. Kettle tells pot that she still boils water, holds the hot breath of a white man's tongue, endures the slow simmer of a white woman's allyship, and still we make something beautiful. Pot calls the kettle wicked, and kettle says no, but says she's so magical she burned the hand of the last man who tried to pour himself a piece of her. Says she's so Black, she is everything. So Black, she is the beginning. She is the first thing someone finds home in when they wake up in the morning. Says, ain't that what it means to be Black? To have the world go up in flames around you and still be sanctuary for someone, saving men who lost themselves the night before, saving men who curse our names but forget his mama is made of steel too. And now the pot has no words but calls the kettle bitter, but loves the glass pan, the fine china, loves all the exotic shit white men put behind glass casings, loves how fragile things not made of steel can be. But this isn't about the pot or the pan. This is about the kettle, the Black woman, how she pours herself across the earth, but no one bats an eye when the water disappears. We give ourselves to men who never love us, but they say we are difficult, too hard to break. How we, the kettle, praise this pot, this man for all the water he holds. How we are the only ones who do not call him monster when the water boils over, because we know this heat, this white flame, hot enough to make any of us explode. We are the first ones to make noise when the world goes up in flames, but they say the earth was saved by the man who heard her scream. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says yes, but says you best remember you Black too. The next time they bring a fire to your neck, they burn Black bodies on the stake and the stove. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says bitch I might be, says knock if you buck, then says wipe me down. Kettle says yes my nigga, I be Black, I be mad, and I boiled the last man down to his bones when he tried to test me. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says hell yes. But don't say my name as if you ain't ever been burnt too.
Welcome, everybody. I want to take a shout out to everybody out there in the chat, up in the clouds. We're going to keep this going. Let the room file in with a lot of people. Here we go.
Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about grooming. What is it and how can we heal from it? Before I even define what grooming is or get into this information in more detail, I want you to know that grooming does not occur in all child sexual abuse cases. And also, it doesn't only happen in children. This can happen to us at any age. And I just want you to hear that first before I go into the 7 stages of grooming. Now, to define what grooming is, if any of you are thinking it has something to do with hair, that is not the case. What grooming is the process by which a sexual predator gains the trust of a child or their family in order to start a sexual relationship with a child in secret. And there are many stages to grooming. And honestly, everything I read had similar steps, but some broken into 10 stages, some to 12, some to 4. And so throughout all of the reading and research that I did, I came up with 7 stages of grooming that I think are important and kind of show you the process through which someone gains our trust and uses that against us to do harm. Also know that not everyone's going to go through each one of these stages, and that doesn't make your situation not valid or anything like that. These are just some of the common stages, but everyone's process and everyone's experience is going to be different. The first stage of grooming is identifying the victim. As a sexual predator, they could pick this based on the age or the way a child or teen or adult looks, or it could even just be vulnerable traits. It could be that the parents aren't around. It could be that we have really low self-esteem or have just moved there and are trying to make friends. There could be a lot of different reasons and ways that they identify a victim. And the second stage is gaining trust and access. And I don't want you to think that when someone's trying to gain our trust or access to us, that it's going to be done in an overt fashion. Often the sexual predators are very suave and smooth and may just offer a helping hand. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I'll Casanovas. Let's keep it going.
help put your bag in the bus for you. I'll help your mom load up the soccer balls from the soccer game. Or, oh, I'll come over and help tutor you for that. They'll try to do small things that seem quote unquote normal in relationships as a way to gain your trust. And so know that this isn't an overt action. This isn't something that we may notice right away, but it's done as a way to help our parents trust them if we're a child, and that's how they gain access to us, or have us trust them so that they're like a normal adult in our, unit, whether it's our family and extended family and friends. We think of them in a very trusting and normal fashion. The third stage is becoming important to the child or adult and giving them something that they need. This could be through manipulation, by telling the person that they're the only one that understands them and they're the only one that can help them. This could also be with children. They find they give them a lot of gifts. Maybe it's money to go get candy. Maybe it's a toy that they couldn't get otherwise, or certain equipment they needed for sports that their parents couldn't afford. They'll try to give them something or become so important and necessary in this person's life that they feel like they can't live without them, or that they need to keep them around. The fourth stage is they will begin isolating you, meaning that they may offer you a ride home. Let's say it's a child that we're talking about and their parents always late to pick them up from school. They'll offer to call the parent and take them home instead. Or if you're an adult, they may say, oh, I'll walk you home. It's really late. That's kind of scary. I'd rather be with you. And they do this so that you are obviously isolated. You're with them and you're more vulnerable in those positions. So just be cautious.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there and go to the next video. Let's see what's going on with the in the rap scene.
Hey, I'm out here giving y'all this news update in the rain, man. Y'all better subscribe to the channel, man. What's going on, YouTube? Block Buzz TV. I'm y'all boy Smitty, and I know y'all want to know what's the buzz on the block today. Today's buzz is YNW Melly, man. YNW Melly just got hit with a new charge while he's locked up, man. And this is bad for Melly, and this is bad timing. We finna get into all that, man. But before we do, I need y'all help to grow the channel, man. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel if y'all new, hit that notification bell so y'all can get the content as soon as I drop it, and y'all share the video so another Melly fan can get the news. I promise y'all, man, y'all not cheating on y'all favorite YouTube blogger if y'all subscribe to the channel, man. But let's get into what y'all came to see. Just a couple of days ago, man, YNW Portland house got raided, and Portland was locked up for witness tampering.
Damn. Okay, here we go.
Just today, man, earlier today, Melly was in court where he got the same charge. They said Melly was tampering with a witness too, man. And this is bad. One, Melly, you the person that they're trying to say is the shooter, bro. If you innocent, if you wasn't in the car, why are you tampering with a witness? It don't look good, bro. Going into trial number 2, you already down a point, bro. Your lawyer's gonna have to explain this. And this could be the reason that you lose this case. They said they was ready to charge Melly in the last case. They was ready to hit Melly with manslaughter. They said there was one juror in there, and she did not want to see Melly go to jail. She had her own vendetta with the police, so she made sure that was a mistrial. He's not going to have that lady this time, bro. They're going to watch their witnesses close now because they know that y'all tampering with witnesses. This could end up bad for Melly, man.
I mean, isn't it funny how he's sounding like he's feeling bad for a murder? I mean, that's what he's sounding like, right? That's weird. That's where it's weird that bro code can get really toxic. Shout out to King Sigma in the house. What's up, Chester? Miss RV in the house. Indiana Mom in the house. Spicy Black Tina in the house. Quita Ward in the house. We have Benji in the house. Legs for Life in the house. Feisty Black Tina is here. Camo is here. We're going to keep this going. We're going to keep it going. So here we go. I'm going to break it down. I just wanted to kind of warm things up a little bit, give everybody a little bit of a vibe, what we're dealing with, predators and whatnot, so on and so forth. I'm going to break it down like this.
Just take your time. I remember looking up at my mother in a state of confusion. I stood up to excuse myself from a conference room full of people. I found myself standing in a restroom trying to catch my breath. I felt the tightness in my chest and my legs immediately collapsed. I fell to the floor and began to cry. My cries turned into screams of terror as I lay there in disbelief. February 12, 2019 was the day my world forever changed. This was the day I found out that my Yanni and little Hazel were gone forever. Before I could even make it home and tell my children, I received a call that it was already aired by the local news stations. I rushed home and immediately gathered my children because I wanted to be the one to tell them. I had to find a way to let them know that their sister and niece was gone. I would never forget the look on their faces when I told them. It was so hurtful because there wasn't anything I could do to help ease their pain as they all broke down. The next few months were so hard trying to keep my kids moving forward because Iyana was always a major part of their lives. She often turned her laptop into a projector and turned the room into a classroom. She was their biggest supporter and always pushed them to do their very best. After the situation, my kids began to struggle in school. Often I would see the news station at her bus stop speaking to anyone who was home. I would have to pick them up from school early frequently. Other days they couldn't find the strength to even get out of bed. Everything they worked so hard to accomplish began to slip away. Although I was trying to further my own education, I took a break from college only to never return. Work was another struggle for me. Being in the medical field is my responsibility to help others, but there was nothing I could do to help myself. I would often go into empty offices or go sit in my car just to cry. I isolated myself from my friends and my family and went into a deep state of depression. We would often go to random family outings. She loved the water, so we would go to Mayport various piers and a river walk. Sometimes we would just take random car rides. Iyana was always so happy-go-lucky and would have all of us cracking up laughing. There was an awkward silence the first car ride we took without her. Our smiles were replaced with crooked smiles, and our laughter was replaced with silence.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward it a little bit. Here we go.
And my mom did was Iyana. I will never get to see her as a mother. She was so happy when I told her I would take a maternity leave. When the baby was born, these things was taken from us just as she was. She wasn't in an accident. She didn't fall ill. She was murdered. Even saying the words don't feel right coming out of my mouth. I would have never imagined this would happen all because she was pregnant. Being the youngest in the family, I've always had the support of my older siblings. I have a special relationship with each of them, and they're always being there for me. I remember when my daughters were much younger. One of my sisters kept them while I was working. When I picked them up, their hair was braided in the cutest style. From that moment on, it was beads and braids. Braids and braids.
So we've been over this before. I need to, chat for a little bit about this. They keep, what is funny is the way that, let's say, other groups of people here in the space try to make excuses and sometimes even endorsements for men twice the age of the young ladies, interacting, let's put it that way. And it's really disgusting when you think about it, because it's not really, at 16, she should still be having fun, going to school, learning. And here we go with another predator. So many of them. We went over T.O., right? T.O., you see how mentally damaged he is, and he was a product of a predator. So was Ray Lewis, and he had a troubled life. He was a product of a predator. Many of these men in the manosphere who disrespect Black women, they're products of predators. And they blamed their mom, not the predator. That's pretty sad. And then this guy right here, I haven't heard anybody, excuse my language. Okay, there we go. Anybody in the red pill system trying to hold Black men accountable for anything, including this, including deletion. That's pretty disgusting. They want to hold Black women accountable, but for not choosing them in the most cases, right? But they allow degeneracy to run rampant all over the Black community. It's they know it's the reason why the Black community, it wasn't Black women that destroyed the Black community, because Black women didn't have the manpower or the energy or the influence to do that. It was Black men that did it. It was Black men who invented hip hop. It was Black men that turned it into a degenerate genre, okay? And into a degenerate culture. That's what it, and so I guess my point is simple. How are you going to even consider Black women a problem when you have a whole bunch of these guys running around, a whole bunch of these guys right here, see, watch my cursor, running around in the community? Oh, there's not that many of them. There's enough. There's enough that you guys are deleting each other at 1 an hour. No, you don't. The manosphere would be the perfect platform to deal with this. But instead, we are. We are here. We're doing it here. Though really, it's a man's issue. And it always has been. And it's a testament to me that Black men, we have given up on each other to the point where, well, we can't We can't fix our own problem, so let's go ahead and bother somebody else. Let's go ahead and talk smack about somebody else, even though we've left plenty of ammo on the table to be roasted ourselves. You want to know how predatory this stuff gets to? Check it. Look, that, oh, well, he was the only one who was doing it. He was the only one who was being predatory. Wait a minute. I got a little something for you. I got a little something for you.
March of 2018, did police come to your home?
I believe so, yes, ma'am. In March, yes, ma'am.
And what happened when police came to your home?
I believe this is the time I did the mouth swab, I believe,
And what did they tell you why they were doing that mouth swab?
for a rape kit or something like that.
Were you in a sexual relationship with IS?
Can you describe a sexual relationship?
Whatever you believe a sexual relationship is, were you in any sort of sexual relationship with IS?
Yes,
How many times had you and IS slept together?
once.
Have you ever stated anything differently than that?
At one point, what do you mean? Have I ever stated? What do you mean?
Have you ever said that you slept with her more than once?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever denied having slept with her at all?
Yes, I did. I did deny.
When was the last time you denied sleeping with IS?
With the deposition that we had.
Do you recall when that deposition was?
No, ma'am, I don't actually remember the dates that we talked on Zoom.
Was it just last month?
Yes, ma'am. It was recently, yes.
In fact, it was just like a few weeks ago, in fact.
Yes, ma'am.
He's obviously, too old to be, anybody really is too old to be having sex with a 16-year-old. You see how predatory, you see this predatory shit jumping off? You guys see, if you see the predatory shit jumping off, I want you to put yes in the chat. I'll wait. I'll wait. If you see it, put yes in the chat. See, this is more than just going over a deletion trial. We're going over a large portion of the black male culture. Opportunists, immorality, predatory behavior. They're chasing down little schoolgirls, ladies and gentlemen. They're chasing down little schoolgirls now. That's why they don't want to protect black women. It ain't no fun if the homie can't have none. Right? This is where we're going, fellas. This is where we're going. Really, actually, where we've been. Again, T.O. and so many other young black men damaged because of a predator. They grew up damaged. And he had the nerve to blame black women. That's the funny thing. T.O. had the nerve to blame black women when it was really his father who damaged him. Wow. Let's see what else this Predo has to say.
And a few weeks ago, you said you never slept with IS.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And he was a bald-faced liar.
Was not the truth, correct?
That wasn't the truth. At the time, I felt like you were attacking me when you were asking me questions.
Well, that's a good reason to lie, because you were being attacked in a courtroom. So that tells me, I'm not an expert at it, but it tells me when people feel that way, you know, about answering questions, that, you know, he's a liar.
At that time, so yes, I did.
All right. Let me ask you about following that. You're saying you only ever slept together one time?
Repeat your question.
You just testified you believe you only slept together one time, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you all?
I don't know if I believe that, but it's good enough for now, because see, he knows that if he sounds like he repeatedly slept with her, it sounds a lot worse. But not only that, the thing is this, you know, the fact that he chased her down, a little kid, okay, is disgusting enough. I don't need to hear about how many times he was there. And this is why, I hate to reiterate it, but this is why I won't even say black men, because I don't want to insult regular, hardworking black men. Okay. This is why bandits complain about protection. This is why bandits complain about protection. Because it ain't no fun until the homie can have some. This is why, right here. They want access. They want, like Kevin Samuel said, gain access. Kevin, hey, look. It was a manosphere. Y'all ran yourself into the corner. You said that a 30-year-old woman, technically to you, was an old hag who hit the wall. A 30-year-old woman, which in my opinion is very young. So a 16-year-old girl must be on the table for action, right? You guys are crazy. Make me sick. And you wonder why you're only hindering your own success, because you're so focused on sex, sex. You're not thinking about. That's why you mock black women when they get degrees and stuff. That's why you mock black women when they go to school. When they get an education, when they have a PhD. Remember that? Remember you mocked a woman for being highly educated, but you have no smoke for your Predo buddies. None. Let me keep it going.
All have a continuous relationship thereafter?
No, ma'am.
Did you all continue to communicate on Snapchat?
No, ma'am.
How long, if you could estimate for me, how long you all were communicating on Snapchat? Are you having trouble hearing me?
A little. I'm just trying to make sure I hear your question as clear as possible.
Yeah, I think he's reading his phone, but we'll go from there.
And I'll elevate my voice that way I make sure
Remember, we haven't even got to the bad guy yet. This is just another bad guy. I'm just trying to break down how this shit happens. But they have the nerve to be calling black women hyenas, but they be doing that hyena shit where, you know, one goes in, starts chewing away, then another one comes in.
You hear my question fully. Did you hear my last question without any issue? You're kind of leaning your ear towards them.
Could you repeat it one more time?
Of course. How long in total do you believe you communicated with?
He's not a deleter. I will clear that up. He's not the deleter, but he is a Predo.
IS on Snapchat?
Probably like a month or two. It wasn't that long.
So he groomed her for 2 months. That's why I played the grooming video. That's why I played the grooming video. He got them dead eyes too. I wouldn't have been surprised if he did it, but he didn't. I mean, he didn't, but I bet he wanted, he would have if he had to.
After police came to your home and asked you about this sexual encounter that you had with IS, did you continue to see her?
No, ma'am.
Did you continue to live on India Avenue?
Yes, ma'am.
From the time that this occurred up until when did you continue to live on India Avenue?
Repeat your question again.
How long did you continue to live on India Avenue?
For a couple years until I think the year of 2020 when COVID hit. That's when my aunt and my uncle moved. I was living with my aunt and my uncle. We moved to St. Augustine.
So during the time period of December 2018 and the months leading before that and after that, you were living on Indian Avenue across the street from where IS was residing?
Yes, ma'am. At
no point after.
Yeah, let me clear this up. This gentleman who's on the that you see on the video right now, he is not the deleter. He is a witness who slept with the victim, who is obviously an adult, and the victim wasn't.
You were accused of having sexual encounter with IS. Did you move away until 2020?
Could you repeat that? You said a lot when you were...
I know. Let me slow it down. During the time period before December 2018 and immediately thereafter, you continued to live across the street.
R. Kelly University. R. Kelly University.
From IS.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see her?
No, ma'am.
You would not see her at the bus stop picking up her siblings?
No, ma'am.
Did you stop picking up your siblings?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go outside of the house from time to time?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see other family members at any point outside of your home of IS?
I wasn't really paying attention to the family. I was just focused on work.
He's lying. He's lying. And that's a witness. So let's get into those Snapchats. Let's break into the Snapchats real quick. Here we go. By the way, this is another Miss RV production.
Are you familiar with Snapchat?
Yes.
And what happens if you don't save a message on Snapchat?
You don't save a message on Snapchat, it goes away.
And so would these messages then had to have been saved?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to draw your attention starting out with April 29th, 2018. Could you, and 1:00:39 p.m., could you please read it?
Okay.
It's weird that these black men out here, no, sorry, my bad. Black men are good. Bandits out here, and there's a lot of bandits. Believe it or not, really legit black men, there's very few of us. So let me make that clear. Bandits talk all that pro-life smack here in the red pill manosphere. But when a rubber hits the road, they will go as far as deletion to stop one of their seeds.
I love kissing you. Just after I found out about the boy, it turned me off about a lot of things, but I'm working on it. Yes, I'm trying. It just be so good. I last like less than a minute. I never took advantage of you, never. You broke my heart when you compared me to him. You're not.
Wait, I gotta find out what the hell what's going on here. This sounds trippy.
9th, 2018. Could you, and 0039 p.m. Could you please read it?
Okay. I love kissing you. Just after I found out about the boy, it turned me off about a lot of things, but I'm working on it. Yes, I'm trying. It just be so good. I last like less than a minute. I never took advantage of you, never. You broke my heart when you compared me to him. You're not just a piece of meat to me, like you said. I actually love you. I broke his heart. I was blindsided. You left me hanging. %2C. You played me. He thinks I'm still messing with him.
Wow. This is
And
some deep
next,
shit.
The next is a couple of images.
So they're treating her like she's a grown woman or something. I got to play that over again. That shit's crazy to me. 54 keys, damn. Well, I don't know where you got this from, but damn, you bringing it.
and so would these messages then had to have been saved?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to draw your attention starting out with April 29th, 2018. Could you, and 1039 p.m., could you please read it?
Okay. I love kissing you. Just after I found out about the boy, it turned me off about a lot of things, but I'm working on it. Yes, I'm trying. It just be so good. I last like less than a minute. I never took advantage of you, never. You broke my heart when you compared me to him.
She was right. I'm sorry to laugh, but that was crazy. I remember when she said, bandits be not lasting any kind of time. And he can't even make it to 2 minutes. At least Cynthia G said 2 minutes or something. This fool here, he couldn't even last one.
You're not just a piece of meat to me, like you said. I actually love you. I broke his heart. I was blindsided. You left me hanging. %2C. You played me. He thinks I'm still messing with him.
And next,
The next is a couple of images.
and the first message just appears to be an audio.
It should be a video.
And there's no,
Okay, I assume this guy right here is like the guy from Snapchat or whatever, reading up. I don't know if this is her uncle. I that's a good point. So we'll find out soon. This is getting crazy.
audio, is that fair to say?
Yes.
And what is depicted in the image?
It's a younger girl taking videos of herself.
And you said there was a second image. Is that just an image then of what?
It's screen recorded. This is how it starts off. When you on an iPhone, you drop it down. These are different options that you can quickly access. Lower left side, you see the red circle with the red dot next to the yellow battery symbol. That's where you click to turn your screen records off and on.
And were this video and this image associated with May 4, 2018, 12:43:19 a.m.?
Yes.
It's quite sensitive. Okay, next, could you please tell us the date and time?
On 5/29/2018, 9/17, Show love to my V% to C Spanish speaking percent.
No, make sure you read accurately.
Okay. Show love to my V% to C Spanish spanking percent to C. He's going to do candles for me.
And the next message, please.
It's 7/7/2018, 4/29. It's a couple of different images.
Are you sure it says 429?
4/27.
Thank you, sir. Click on the top image. And
See, this is why the statutory law, our law is around, because see, they know that a young kid is not, in most cases, not responsible for, responsible enough for their own actions. That's why they're kids, right? So the reason why that's around is because it's making adults, grown men responsible, grown women, even grown women responsible for their own actions so that these kids don't get into that kind of trouble. Obviously, nobody wanted, it's that bad. It's just that bad. So that's why the law, because a lot of times people get mad. Oh man, you went, but she wanted you, but she was a little kid. That's what they were trying. That's what the R. Kelly apologists were trying to sell. What's legal in Bangladesh?
Is it an image or a video?
It's a video
Sorry.
with sound.
So sorry. Detective Abbott, did that video involve what appeared to be a couple?
Yes, different couples of different races.
And then the second one, could you describe is this an image or a video?
This is an image. And
And if you could please describe.
it's a white female with her tongue sticking out, holding on to a man's face who's kissing her cheek.
Hey, how much longer do you have?
This is
Cyber.
through this, Your Honor. And that we have to it's July and we've got to get through to December.
Give me a time.
I would say 15 minutes because I'm going obviously pretty fast here. And then I'll be done. Yes, sir, Your Honor. Is that okay?
Okay, I want to try to see if we can get into the goods. Okay, here we go. It's coming up. I'm going to bring it up right to there. If I missed anything, I'll reel it back.
It's not like you stopped. I can't.
Let me go back. He's starting to read again.
If you could please tell us the next date and time.
7/7/2018, 4/27.
If you could please read it.
Maya told Uncle John one of your gay friends tried to get fresh with her. Maya tried to give Rodrika your perfume for her birthday. She lost the pink Seminoles jacket and only got the pants. Maya still used Snapchat to text Uncle John.
And could you please tell us the date and time of the next message?
7/8/2018, 1:05. It's not like you stopped. I can't believe I trusted you even when I knew you was full of shit. With me, never again. Yeah, I can unclaim your being a hoe and just deal with that hoe that don't give two shits about you.
Wow. You see that? Classic hip hop hood terminology.
I won't be surprised if he ain't fucking all of your friends and your sister. But that's who you choose over me. Fuck it. Keep it. I hope he treats you better than me. Bye. Don't bother to hit me up if it's not something seriously wrong or important. %2C. I don't want to chat with you just because or talk on the phone just because. No more. Go back to doing that with him. Oh, I forgot you already do. I'm done with you.
Look at the way that this is just wow. These dudes just think of young black girls as meat. He shouldn't have been talking. See, the thing is the funny thing is this. It's bad enough that he had sex with her. But then when things started to fall apart, he should have been like, you know something? Look, that was my bad. I shouldn't have been talking to her anyway. She's a young, a girl. He can't even do that. What a piece of shit.
I hope it was worth it. You officially have broke my heart, Iyana, and I will never forget it.
And could you please read the next message starting with the date and time?
7/8/2018, 1:06. You really just be fucking annoying the hell out of me with your bullshit. You think I'm down with these mind games? Whatever makes you feel better about yourself, I'm good, so you can keep it.
And could you please read the next message starting with date and time?
7/8/2018, 6:09. Meaning your stories didn't make any sense, but I pushed it to the side and said, I trust my baby. She won't do me like that. Then when you said what you did, it just made so much sense how you gotten better. But it don't matter no more. I'm good.
Exactly. Cyber Dreams. A kid broke his heart. In the wrong way, too. He's thinking wow. Yeah. Gaslight circle talk. Well said, Cyber. Well said. It's exactly that.
I'm not going to be with you never again. I don't know what you thought when you thought I would have been just like, stop playing once you told me what you had done. I just can't trust you, so I'm not going to invest any more feelings in you. I hope this one's I got goes away soon because I'm really depressed and I hate it.
And the next one, please.
7/13.
Notice how he's literally blaming his dysfunctions and instability on a 16-year-old girl. You got to let that sink in. This guy looks in his 30s. He looks in his 30s. And you know what? You want to hear something sad and creepy? This happens a lot to a lot of bandits out there. There are a lot of them out there. A lot. See, what's funny is these bandits out here, they want to talk shit about Cynthia G's theory about abort, black male babies and shit, right? But there's dudes like this out there literally doing the same thing. He's 40. Holy moly. Thank you, Cyber. He is a sicko. Quita, you nailed it. This is sad. And according to the manosphere, relationships like this is okay. Yeah. He's mentally stuck in 16, 17. He never grew up.
In 2018, 8:49.
And what is it?
It's an image of two guys. It's a video of two guys.
Okay, I'm just going to fast forward it to save time. So it's two guys and there's volume associated with it as well.
Okay.
Is that fair for the record?
That is fair.
Okay, we'll move on past that. And next, could you tell us what we're looking at?
This is an image, I believe.
Okay, and what's the date and time, sir?
7/30, 2018, 8:42.
And what are we looking at in this image?
It is a man holding a woman down, having sex. And it says, hold down and send to Bay.
Is that BAE for the record?
BAE.
All right, if you could please tell us about the next message and date and time and what we're looking at.
8/3/2018. 8.
Let me pause it for 1 second. Cyber Dreams break us down like this. These dudes go after teens because them not having shit doesn't raise alarms in a 16-year-old girl's mind. Bars.
11. You don't have a good track record, and you didn't even have nothing to say when I was giving you different views. If I was in your shoes, I would have said, you put your own earrings in. I wouldn't chill about him.
Be careful. I wouldn't chill what?
I wouldn't chill.
Pause. Up. And mom says this: obsessed, stalked, groomed, SA'd, and then ended a teenage girl. Yep. He's a whole grown man. And he was her friggin' uncle. Yeah, that's. Run now.
Chill around him like you do. I'll stay as far away as I can and keep you happy, but not you, Miss Real Friendly. Be like I said, it's all.
Careful, detective.
Oh, but like I said, it's all good. I'll get over it all. I hate that I keep getting in these moods over you, and you don't see nothing I'm talking about.
Could you please, with the next entry,
I'm going to pause that right now. And I'm going to go to John on the wire.
Got your ass up. That's great. Oh, what? I'll make sure you're good. Oh, yeah, I'm good. Man, you want me to ball or something? Nah, I'm good, man. You sure? Shit, I don't know. I ain't breaking on my make sure it's great.
Now, Mr. Jackson, who's talking right now?
Me.
And again, I'll just do this a couple of times and then I will stop.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Well, still reason on the floor. I'm sorry.
Now, Mr. Jackson, who's the individual that is saying, yeah, I'm good, man?
Jonathan.
You all that sleeping, you stayed up all night. Now you want to sleep. Now you want to motherfucker sleep. You done got your ass up. Shit. Damn, you bitches got my brother. You didn't even talk to your lady for a lot now. Me? Yeah, she fell asleep.
Yeah, she didn't want, we was gonna talk tomorrow anyway.
She come down?
No, I don't think she's coming over the phone.
Who's talking right now, Mr. Jackson?
Jonathan.
She's mad at us right now. She might well come to visit. She mad about this one. She's upset with
Everything. Every damn thing.
well, hopefully it be worked out in a couple of days.
Who's talking right now, Mr. Jackson?
That's Morris.
I'm sorry?
Morris McClendon.
Is it fair to say that Morris McClendon has the higher pitched, louder voice?
Dark, yeah, deeper.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And I'll ask you just one more time and then I'll sit down.
Yeah. And really, I don't know what lawyer they had you, but I don't see why your lawyer ain't fucking come talk to you. Yeah. But this is it now. I'm gonna lose, dude. I'm gonna lose. Go talk to your lady and your lawyer. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was supposed to feel yeah, that'd be different. When we talking about a fucking lawyer. Who paid for the lawyer?
She's gonna pay for
Oh, so that's why you
yeah, what I guess right.
oh, you
Yeah. That's that's left up too, but
I don't know what that's watching.
Girl, she was like, I got the lawyer.
Who's talking right now, Mr. Johnson?
Jonathan.
Excuse me.
I got the lawyers. Yeah, I'm going back. Hey, so what you talking about now? Because I didn't want.
Who is that, Mr. Jackson?
That's me.
All right, let's sit down now.
I didn't want to talk. My wife, she said they came to the house. The detectives came over to the house. The news reporters. Oh, they came to the house, yeah. I got a dog calling the phone, leaving messages and shit like that. What are they saying? You already locked up. So what else do they want? Yeah, they have my they put the picture on the news. On the news, yeah. Oh, what? What the fuck is they on the news for? Yeah. I don't understand. You hear it? They ain't got you. Yeah, they put it's putting pretty much what I was charged with. Everything on there. They have what they think about other shit too? They who? My wife said that that's what protect us. So that's the news. She said she getting a lot of information from the news thing from them and on TV. But she said the detectives is the one that want to tell me about pretty much all the bullshit.
Angelina from the LW Academy Hub for Women says this. Yep, this is the mentality of a predator. I actually believe he is being genuine with his viewpoint. 100% sicko. All right, let's get the likes up. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up. Here we go.
Man, that's the main other question. That's the main other question. You up against a lot, man. I know they put you back. They really put you on this fucking bullshit anyway. They back you into a home. But you gotta react, bro. You can't sit here and not fight back. Stop laying down over here. That's all shit. How you doing? Okay? I'm talking, bro. You sitting here like the dog will live in there phone.
Everybody in the courtroom all disgusted.
Yeah. They've been in court, yeah. Oh, man. This shit, man. You guys don't give a fuck about you in Jacksonville, man. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
You guys understand what he's saying? If you can, hit 1. If you cannot, hit 2. We might move on because it's kind of like jumbled and jarbly on my end. But if you can understand what he's saying, I'll keep it going. I will keep it going.
You want something to eat, man? Anything in much of it? No, I'm good. Sure. It's gonna be a long night tonight, man. You eat since 5 o'clock. You ain't nothing but vegetables, man. You something, boy. About you? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. I know how you feel, though. I know one thing, how you feel. It's no lie, I won't even talk about it. You don't really know.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I think it's important enough. I got some fancy audio editing software. I bet I can clean this up. That for some reason, I don't know why the courtroom didn't do it or the lawyers didn't do it, but they did not clean up that video. There's a way to clean it up where you can only hear the voices. That surrounding noise is ridiculous. They should have worked on that. I'm going to work on it for them. I think it's that important. We're going to probably have to do another part to this for that aspect, but we're going to move forward. We're going to move forward to the ex-wife, okay, of the deleter. Here we go. This is a short right here.
Undercover informants and a brother turned informant were among those testifying at a high-profile death penalty trial today on the First Coast. Jonathan Quillis is accused of killing his underage niece because she was pregnant with his child. 16-year-old Iyana Sawyer.
Let me pause it right there again. This is what's so ridiculous is that these guys talk about pro-life and why are you gonna, and and have the nerve, okay, to have an issue with a woman avoiding a situation like this. See, that's the funny part. When it's they say pro-life until it's them. That's what happens. And then after that, and then the other half, they don't care anyway. They're not gonna be around anyway in the child's life. This is how a whole community gets destroyed. This is it right here. It ends with us, fellas.
Vanished from Terry Parker High School. That was back in late 2018. It's now day 5 of testimony, and Ann Schindler joins us now to catch us up with what's been happening in the courtroom. Ann?
Well, jurors had a later night than usual today. In fact, they're still there. They were listening.
Let me make it sure, and let me make it clear. Let me bring it back a little bit. 40, 16. 40, 16. Creepy.
They were listening to a lengthy recording of Quillis, secretly made by 2 jailhouse informants, as well as testimony from his brother. Now, in that recording, he confesses to killing his niece by shooting her and then dumping her body in a container at the automotive junkyard where he worked. The jury also heard from Quillis's ex-wife. She said she was initially defensive when her sisters suggested that her husband was behaving inappropriately with Iyana Sawyer, but she gradually began to believe that he was capable of killing the teenager. In comments pointedly directed at the defendant, she recalled his behavior before and after the crime.
Prior to that, he was fidgety and nervous, restless. After she went missing, then he slept like a baby. And I'm aware of this because I was very pregnant and I was up every hour on the hour to go to the bathroom as he slept like a baby.
Oh, man.
Powerful witness, the last witness of the day.
Damn, she might have been a mammy. She ain't a mammy now, because she's like, F him. F him. He slept like a baby. That right there. I'm no expert, but that just tells me that a sociopath right there. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that kind of stuff. But that's the vibe, I should say, he's given me.
And I think the last witness of the state's presentation is Quillis's biological brother. He's the one who originally contacted Jacksonville police after his brother confessed. He testified today as a reluctant witness, said he still loves his brother, but he's considered a key witness for the prosecution. Back to you.
Wow. Wow. Okay, let's dive into this right here. Let me see what's going on with this right here. Let's go with this one right here first. The family was suspicious. Let's break it down deeper.
You said that on direct examination, you didn't like the way he looked at her.
Yes.
And you described that as, hey, I know what a man looks at a woman like, right?
Yes.
Okay. Outside of that, I just didn't like the way he looked at her. Did you ever actually see anything inappropriate between IS and Jonathan Quillis?
Outside of his looks, no.
Okay. Did you ever see any behavior between the two of them that would indicate that there was any sort of sexual relationship going on?
The way he looked at her, my opinion, yes.
Okay. What I know is this. Bandits will always, this is where they will try to shame you into saying that you didn't see what you saw. They will do the circle talk. They will do the circle walk and try to convince you that they're not disgusting.
I did look at you.
I'm gonna drop the link just in case anybody wants to come up. I'm gonna drop it. I think it's a good idea right now. This is a good idea. Here we go.
That's how he looked at her. Now let's look at you. How you doing, sir? He didn't look at her like a how you doing, sir. He looked at her like a man look at a woman.
Okay. And outside of that, you never saw anything that would indicate any sort of sexual relationship between the two of them?
No.
Okay. And you were never confided in by IS or anybody else about there ever being any such sexual relationship between IS and Jonathan Quillis?
We had our own, I didn't speak to IS, no.
But, you know, me and my sisters had our own separate, yes.
Okay. Outside of the accusations that you talked about that, you know, between your sisters and you, there was no other information that you ever received that there was a sexual relationship going on between IS and Jonathan Quilles, correct?
Correct.
Okay. You talked about the accusation itself. You said you were the one who made the accusation originally. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And you said that you did that when you found out that she was pregnant.
Yes.
Is it true that you actually...
Yeah. Camo, you nailed it. None of these mammies did anything to help this girl. Mammies will protect their degenerates even if it costs them the life of their children. I can't stand mammies. Bars.
Made a similar type of accusation when the Kamar Humphrey situation occurred.
I need you to be a little more specific.
Okay, let me go back. Do you know who Kamar Humphrey is?
I've never seen him before. I've heard of him, and I know that he used to stay across the street from my sister Kim. Have I ever seen him? Could I pick him out in the lineup? No.
Okay. Are you aware of a sexual battery that Kamar Humphrey committed against IS?
Yes.
Okay. And were you aware of that at the time it happened?
Damn. How many of these hyenas attacked her? I know these manosphere dudes want to use it for women, the hyena word, but I'm going to take that shit back because that's how hyenas act. They're predatory. They were feeding on this little girl. Damn.
I went to the house and I did speak to IS about that.
And did she tell you that that's what happened?
Yeah, we talked. Do you want to know what we talked about? Or
Oh, no.
hearsay?
No, I don't need you to tell me specifically.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. As far as that time period when Kamar Humphrey sexually battered IS, at that point in time, were there accusations of a sexual relationship made between IS and Jonathan Quilles?
These damn mammies, man.
At that time?
First of all, if she was harmed once, why these people, these mammies, didn't put a barrier around this child?
Right.
Why was that man alone with this child?
Exactly.
I can't. You know what, Torch? I was thinking about a question today. I'm gonna put it up tomorrow. It's a question about mammies. I'm gonna put this shit up tomorrow, and we're gonna see what it do.
Hey, can y'all hear me at this
Great
live?
idea. Great idea, Cyber.
These fucking mammies, man.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
She got assaulted once, and nobody put any precautionary measures in. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So nothing was done for her. Nothing. Now she's gone.
It's painful. Hey, J Mike, how you doing?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching this. That is sad that the black manosphere and those guys don't bring this up. This is fucked up.
Man, fuck them. We talking about these mammies. Because these mammies are co-conspirators. These mammies is something else. We got to do a profile on these damn mammies. I can't believe this girl was assaulted once. It's record. And they didn't do anything to protect this girl. And then got this guy around this child. What, they was in competition with her? They were jealous of her?
Something. Jeez.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way, Torch. Ain't no fucking way. And then this bitch excuse me. This bitch I seen how he looked at her. Why you watching them so tough? If you see it, why you didn't speak up on it, you fucking bitch? Oh my God. I'm gonna go on mute for like 5 minutes because these fucking mammies, boy.
I hear you. J Mike, you have anything you want to say?
It's ridiculous. It's like everybody, mammies included, protect these guys.
Yeah. It's like lambs to the slaughter.
Around that time period, yes.
Around that time, I want to say between the sisters. And when I say we didn't speak on a text message. I've always, every time I see anything, I've always said something. But
Okay, as far as those accusations that were from earlier on in 2018, did you ever speak to IS about that and ask her about those accusations?
Which one?
Did you ever ask IS to confirm or deny sexual relationship, any sort of sexual relationship with Jonathan Quilles?
She wouldn't tell us about anything. Only reason why I honestly feel like we found out is because
she ain't gotta tell you nothing. This bitch, she ain't gotta tell you nothing. You see how he doing her. She's a victim. She's already got assaulted once. This girl is afraid for her life.
Right.
They condition her to okay, so she's already been raped, right?
Right.
So now when she gets around another predator, she thinking this is normal. She said, well, you know how some of these girls are that be like, okay, fuck it, it just happened. I just can't wait till I'm gonna get up out this house. You guys need to go visit some of these foster cares that have girls in there. I need to go visit them and see those girls' eyes and see the pain that they're in.
Right.
A lot of these girls, they try to wait till they get grown enough to leave. It's fucking bitch. Yeah, I'm putting that question up tonight probably.
Absolutely. Please do. This is crazy.
These are toys. This is the result of the black community calling those so-called men.
No, we calling out these damn mammies. See, we a channel, we calling out mammies too. So we don't want these people, these hate watchers to think we just trauma bonding against men. No, we calling out the women too. So go clip that.
Straight up.
I'm gonna shut up. This shit got me mad. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be quiet.
No, only other thing I tried to get out of her, we were trying to find out who the father of her child was, but she wouldn't say anything.
Okay. So I know that these accusations have been going on
bitch,
for some
because she
time
getting
back in
raped.
Early 2018.
She can't say because she terrified. She traumatized.
Exactly.
Oh Lord, RV, why you do this to me again?
RV be rolling it. She brings the heat.
You know what, Torch? I'm gonna have to send it to me in the email so I can watch it first. I'm looking at this fresh.
Okay, you got it. It hits hard when it's fresh, don't it?
Yeah, because I'm listening to this BS. She got great first. That's on record.
Right.
And this chick up here talking about, I see how he looked at her. Bitch, please. I would have been turned up. I would have been like Jesus in a synagogue turning over tables. Come on now. I would have.
When she got
I'm gonna say this, Torch. If she would have showed her protection at the moment she seen that nigga look at her like that, that girl would have spilled the beans.
Yep. She would have. Man.
At any point in time, did IS ever confirm a sexual relationship between herself and Jonathan Quilles?
No.
All right, let me ask you about where she would go, because that was stated multiple times. You named 3 places originally. You named 3 places. You named Kimberly Mobley's house, her own house.
Yes.
You named Jonathan and Naomi's house.
Yes.
And you said that she had stayed at her grandma's over the summer.
Yes.
Then later you said it's not just those 3 places, it's actually, other family members too, because sometimes she stayed at Paula's house, correct?
We would go to we'll go over there. Is that what we will go? Will she go to Paula House? Yes.
Okay. So, and other family members' houses as well. She would go over to their homes as well.
It's normally when we had functions, but for the most part, she was either home, stay at my house, the night at my house. No, I don't remember her staying the night at my sister's house. The only place that she stayed for an extended period of time was either at her house or Naomi and Jonathan's house at that time.
Okay, or her grandmother in Georgia.
Or her grandma, but that was for the summertime.
Right, understood. As far as Kamar Humphrey, did you know that IS was going over to Kamar Humphrey's house?
At first, no, I didn't. I found out about him after she got caught.
She got caught with him?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
That's outside of that, I wouldn't even know his name.
Okay. And so if she hadn't got caught, you wouldn't have even known that she was going over to Kamar Humphrey's house on a regular basis?
I don't know if she was going on a regular basis.
Okay, or that she'd been over there?
If she didn't get caught, I wouldn't have known, no.
So is it fair to say that although those 3 places you mentioned, it's very possible that she could have been going other places as well that you weren't aware of?
Wait, Tosh, wait a minute. She got caught in the act and that nigga didn't get arrested?
Damn good point.
Are you
That's
serious?
crazy.
Is this for real? RV, please put something in the chat. Is this for real?
Man.
He didn't get arrested? Oh, so they blame it on her. They blaming the child. These mammies blame the girls.
That is crazy.
Oh, you was with him. Oh, I'm quite sure he gaslighted. Oh, she seduced me. She, they got caught in the act and he didn't get arrested. Possibly save this child's life. That blood is on all their hands. With her tired ass weave up there.
All right. Let me kick some shout outs real quick before we get back into this. We have Act Natural Under Pressure in the house, Bridget Mouton in the house, Quita Ward in the house, Indiana Mom in the house, Legs for Life in the house, Miss RV, the producer of this show in the house, Camo, Kittens and Caskets in the house. We have Indiana Mom in the house. We have, let's see, of course, Cyber Dreams is on stage. Creative Solutions, Legs. I think I saw Legs for Live. I think I saw Benji. Yeah, Benji's here too. We're gonna keep it going though. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep this going.
Across the street. So she didn't have a car, so where would she go? She went just stop.
You mean Kamar was close in proximity, so that was easy
Yes,
for her to
it was
get?
just across the street. Outside of that, where would she go? Because if she did go somewhere, we would know. Because her mama would say something.
All right. You agree, though, that you didn't know about that beforehand, so you wouldn't have been able to tell us that if she had not been caught.
About her going across the street?
Correct.
No, I wouldn't. No one would know.
It's always the dude across the street. Same thing happened with T.O. Dang.
So again, it's fair to say that if she were going other places on foot, you wouldn't be able to tell us if she was or wasn't.
Where's she going? I don't know where else she would go.
All right, Aunt Jametta on the stand. She's good. I liked when she did her whole thing.
Mm-hmm. He laughing at her.
For the jury.
He laughing at her. Tell me, oh, she's good.
Yeah, I mean, he probably put it. Even people of other cultures know a mammy when they see one.
Listen, I guarantee when the cameras is off, he talking big shit about this woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
LW said they didn't call the police. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ain't
Well,
no
they
way.
probably
It
didn't.
couldn't have.
Nope.
It couldn't have been me, Torch. You would see me on the Channel 5, Channel 7 news. It couldn't have been me. I'm gonna get off on insanity for sure. It couldn't have been me. It
I
couldn't have
hear
been
you.
me.
I hear you. In the house, Trizzle's in the house. Act Natural Under Pressure. Camo's in the house. Better known as Kittens in Caskets. Indiana Mom. Bridget Mouton. Let's keep it going.
The Francis Johnson's with us. Francis, this is a death case. This seems a little thin to be going for the death penalty. There's no body, I mean, there's some holes here. Do we really want to execute people when we kind of think that they did it? I don't know. Your take on the state saying, yeah, let's go all in.
Well, this is the true definition of a circumstantial case. They have no body. They have no confirmation of death. This is a presumed death case. And I think I would agree with you. The death penalty should be reserved for the most heinous of crimes. But this is what they're laying out. They're laying out that this uncle, who has been previously alleged to have committed sexual assaults against other relatives, raped, and then after learning of impregnation, killed her, and obviously the unborn child. And so this is very heinous in nature. We should be reminded that Florida has amended its laws. It doesn't require unanimity as relates to a death verdict, just 8-4. And so this is a real test of that new law passed in Florida. And this is also a test of just how circumstantial a circumstantial case can be and still warrant the death penalty.
So
he a sympathizer, man.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like this. This is what I would do. I would put them on, if they do the death penalty, put them on death row for about 10 years, no possibility of parole. If somehow she pops up and goes, hi, then fine. But we know. You know what I mean? We know.
But you hear he said that he allegedly done this to other relatives.
Right.
Why all these mammies? This is crazy how mammies would hoard a predator among themselves.
Right.
Because they think he good looking?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me keep it going.
And Francis, let's talk about this Anne's testimony. You mentioned earlier how powerful it was, and on Cross, she talks about the moment where that her, her sister's husband was looking at this 15-year-old girl as a woman, not as a girl, and this concerning red flags and just that at family functions. Really, I think this jury's not going to like this guy, obviously.
I don't like him. He's creepy. And not just that, but he has a track record to go along with it. And every auntie and all of the aunties across the nation who are watching this show know exactly what she's talking about. That's your job as an auntie, to watch as well as to be careful in your observations, that nobody's preying on your nieces and your nephews. And she knows what she saw. And it's connecting with the jurors because it's connecting with the common sense observations and the application of reasoning that every loving uncle, I'm an uncle, every auntie, my wife is an auntie, has for the children that are in their care. And this guy just gives me the creeps just looking at it.
The defendant is not going to take the stand in this case, Francis. I guess I see why, but to your point, I mean, this aunt just lays it out there in such a way that is understandable of her. She's folksy. She's totally the classic lay witness. Does the defendant need to get up and defend himself if indeed he didn't do this?
I'm of the opinion that in certain cases, the defendant has to speak, and that's not always in person. Sometimes they're recorded statements that are good and helpful. I'm not sure he's going to do anything but confirm what people may believe about him. I would leave that as a part of the doubt as well. He's not a bad looking guy. He's presentable. He doesn't just appeared to be a weirdo in and of his face. But there's something about him that makes the hair on my neck stand up, especially when I hear of these other allegations and what they've laid out as the case in principle, that he murdered his niece after finding out she was pregnant, after trying to force her to have an abortion. This is just rotten to the core.
Remember you said some lives ago, right, that these men know, he just said, looking at him, give him the crease. These men know who these niggas is.
Boom. Boom.
When they gonna start speaking up and say, hey, something wrong with brother. Hey, he ain't right.
Right.
When they gonna start speaking up?
It's not only instances like this, though. It's all instances that have to do with our culture. You see what I'm saying? We know a bad apple when we see one. We know a criminal when we see one. We know a predator when we see one, but we don't do anything. And then they want to complain, oh yeah, you ladies want protection.
They see him in a barbershop, they see him in a club, they know. They see him on the street, they in the locker rooms with him.
Yeah. Alexander, welcome to the stage.
So what's happening?
What is up with you, Alexander? What are your thoughts so far?
Oh man, on this case it comes to show that, you know, as I said before, I'll say it again, the red pill has turned these men into entitled men to the point now where they will look at not only 20-year-olds as, you know, wifey material, but now they doing it to teenagers now.
Right. They've been doing it. They've been.
But don't they say, oh, get married, marriage is honorable? This man was married and he still did it.
Yes.
It's a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. See, it shows you that they try to make this thing blame black women, you know, for black men, you know, wanting to chase, you know, kids, but then the guy was married. What a piece of crap. Why is seeking knowledge breaks it down like this: chasing their own self-interest straight to jail or jail. Yep. Gotta love bandits. How could we not trust them to lead? Yeah.
But as a woman, listen, you know what you're sleeping with every night.
Right.
You can't tell me she didn't have some type of intuition.
Right.
You know, I know he said something. These guys aren't that smart to hide their tendencies like that. I know this dude slipped up and said something. He was watching a show. He was in public with his wife. I know. I got a good feeling she knew. And if he had other allegations and she was still with this man, another strawberry, Shirley Strawberry.
Yeah. I got some more good stuff for everybody. Well, it's bad, but it's there. Let's go. Let's listen to the bandit. I think he testifies. Let's see. This is by 54 Keys again.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Will you state your name, please?
This is his brother. This is his brother right here.
Oh, so they biracial dusties.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What state do you live in, sir?
I live in New York City.
And where are you employed?
I work in
just in general.
Staten Island.
Right, what kind of work?
He already seems weird, doesn't he? Something's off about him.
Do you, sir?
I drive trucks.
Who do you live with in New York?
And me and my wife.
Have any children?
Yes.
How many?
The ones that live with me,
Yes, sir.
4.
So marriage is a cover.
Total number of kids that you have?
Exactly.
No, I have 8.
8.
How long have you lived in New York?
For majority of my life.
Sir. Now, specifically in December of 2018, were you also living in New York permanently at that time?
Yes.
Welcome, Hazel, and you nailed it. She thought she could change him. Yeah. You can't
Same
change
with
that.
Shirley Strawberry.
Yeah.
Living with your wife?
Yes.
How old are you today, sir?
I'm 40.
So approximately in 2018, how old were you?
35.
Sir, who is Jonathan Quiles to you?
My brother.
So your biological brother.
Yes.
Is he your only brother?
Yes.
Do you have any sisters?
I have like stepsisters.
Who's your father, sir?
Joseph Quiles, but he's no longer in the picture.
Was he ever involved in your life?
A small amount.
And how about your mother? Who is she?
My mother is deceased. Name was Annette.
And what year did she pass away?
In 2000, the ending of 2010.
Do you see your brother Jonathan Quiles in this courtroom, sir?
Yes, I do.
You describe where he's seated and what he's wearing.
Sitting to my right, he's wearing glasses, ponytail, and a blue shirt.
Your Honor, may the record reflect he's identified the defendant.
So reflected.
LW breaks it down like this to Cyber Dreams comment. Yeah, she may have known, but you can't expect a pick-me to protect another woman. She was probably too busy competing with her.
Not even a child.
Yeah. Yep. Man, that's on point. Spars. He's a truck driver. Are all these babies by different women? Wow. Yeah. All right, let's find out.
Do you, sir, and the defendant share both of those same parents that you just described?
Yes.
Will you first describe your relationship with the defendant while you were growing up?
We grew up together, but we weren't. I did a lot of moving around, and so he mostly grew up with my mother and aunts and stuff.
Was your relationship okay between the two of you as you grew up?
As we grew up, yes, but we weren't always together.
Did you become closer with him as you grew older?
Yeah.
Can you describe that a little bit, please?
As we got older, I became more settled, and he became more settled. We reunited and definitely spent a lot more time together. Mostly through phone in Texas. Yeah.
That's where I was going next. As you got closer, did you generally communicate via electronic devices?
Yes.
Did you get to see him often?
Not often.
What is the age difference between the two of you?
2 years.
Is he older or younger than you?
Younger.
Now, directing your attention back to the latter part of 2018, would you describe your relationship with your brother, the defendant, as close at that time?
Yes.
Were you talking routinely?
Yes.
Were you texting with each other routinely?
Yes.
If the records show you and your brother talked and or texted some 200 plus times on your devices in December, would you agree with that?
Yes.
Would you consider yourself close as brothers could be in December?
Yes.
Of 2018?
Yes.
Would you say you spoke almost every single day?
Just about, yes, every day.
Did he share with you any details about his job at Ace Pick-A-Part at that time?
Yes.
Did he just give you sort of a description of what he did for a living there?
Yes, but he transitioned from multiple jobs, so we always talk about how fast he would climb up the ranks.
Torch, that's part of my profile.
At different.
I'm working on a profile, ladies. Working on it. One part of the profile is his life is inconsistent. Job changing. They don't stay on a job very long because they're too occupied thinking about degeneracy.
Right. Exactly. They're basically, how should we put it?
Sex on the mind.
Right. And not success. Yep. This is where it can go, or where it has gone.
Jobs.
Different jobs.
Did he ever show any video of himself on Facebook or anything like that with him while working at Ace Pickup Art?
No, not on social media. We would FaceTime.
All right, even on FaceTime.
Yeah, we would FaceTime while he's like doing his duties at the job.
Did you guys engage in communication during this the FaceTime?
Yeah, we can say that. Yeah.
Now, sir, are you good with dates?
Depends, yeah.
All right. I want to direct your attention back to December 19, 2018, leading over to December 20 of 2018. Do you recall, just sitting here now, what day you spoke with your brother about what we're here to testify now about?
I remember speaking to him in that time frame.
Day?
Which day? Not so much, but I know between those 2 days, yes.
All right. If your phone records that this jury has seen reflects that you either called him or he called you on 4 occasions on December 20, 2018, would you agree with that?
Yes, I would agree with that.
Now, in December 19, 2018, or December 20, 2018, were you in New York City at that time?
Yes.
When you had these conversations with your brother, were you at work or were you at home or elsewhere?
I was at home at the time.
On December 20, 2018, when the first call was made, best you can recall, who called whom?
I don't recall who called who.
Fair enough. Did you first speak with him on that particular day? And if so, will you first describe his demeanor, how he was acting on the phone?
When we spoke, his after normal greetings, his demeanor was a little off. It was kind of like he was nervous or a little panicky about something.
Right. Have you heard your brother sound panicky to you on previous occasions?
No.
Did it surprise you how he was acting?
Yeah, always very confident.
Did he appear to be concerned when he was talking to you?
Yeah, more of a concern, yeah.
Was the tone of his voice different?
Yes.
Was he making sense, or was he more talking to you in a rambling manner?
It was more, I wouldn't say rambling. It was more like, I need to do something. There's something I need to do.
All right, we'll talk about what he said in a moment. Is there anything else that you could describe about his demeanor or how he was sounding on your phone calls?
No, just he was worried, just concerned, yeah. That's it.
Worried and concerned?
Yeah.
All right. Now, would you now explain to the jury what did he first start telling you about that took you by surprise, sir?
The first initial conversation that we had, I don't recall. After that, getting closer to what was his worry, he was more concerned about what is he going to do with the young lady in question. that she might be pregnant, and what is he gonna do? He doesn't want to ruin his family and mess up what he has already going on.
All right. Did he, in fact, tell you she was pregnant?
Yes.
Did he tell you who she was to him?
Yeah, his wife's niece.
Did he use her name to you?
Not that I could recall. It's mostly in that term.
When he told you that she was pregnant, what, if anything, did he tell you about what he was going to do about that, sir?
He said that he needs to. She's pregnant, and what is he gonna do? And then outside of that, there was no conversation at that particular moment about what is he gonna do.
All right. Did the conversation end shortly after he expressed that to you?
Yeah, at some point in time, we had another conversation where I started questioning him a little bit more about what he was gonna do, or what he did or didn't do, and
So just so we're clear, let me stop you there. Was this next phone call on the same day?
Same day. I don't know if in the order of the calls for the conversation. And after we had a small conversation,
Why are these bandits so
he then
dumb?
said that he already.
That's the question of the evening. You know what I mean?
Like he said, okay, the first initial call, he said, what are you going to do? Right? The next call, now we're talking about what he going to do. He said, I'm starting to question him some more. The man asked him a direct question. He said, I don't know what order the conversations come.
Man.
Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing else. I'm not gonna say nothing else.
He already took care of it.
Were those his words? He took care of it.
Yeah, he took care of it.
All right, sir. Now tell this jury what he told you with respect to how he took care of the situation.
In another conversation, same day, he then said that he took the young lady and he had her sitting in a vehicle. He picked her up. He had her sitting in a vehicle, waiting. He tried to strangle her. It didn't work out. He couldn't stomach it. And so then he later went and shot her in the chest. And then he proceeded to discard the body by taking the body and putting it transporting it into a dumpster and destroying the vehicle.
Mr. Quiles, did he tell you where first he had the niece?
They sure they sure got resources when it comes to doing some fuck shit.
Yeah.
Resourceful.
This is really sickening to me. But hey, we got to follow it so we can come up with some defense. Because obviously these dudes don't care about women at all. They just care about themselves. So we got to come up with a defense.
Got her pregnant. Now he don't want to destroy his family.
So he destroys a whole human being.
Pretty much.
In the car, where was he?
Why puts it down like this? Just delete her. Go home, go to sleep, continue life, but like nothing happened. I hope Debo rents his pretty tail out until he hemorrhages. Debo hemorrhages and gives up the ghost. I swear that this is upsetting.
So in the conversation, I said, it's unrealistic that you would choke a girl, have her sitting in a car waiting, and she's just sitting there. And he then said, no, but she is. And he then said that he then said that he had her
She
sitting
was ready
waiting
to
in the
go.
back of the his job, at the back of the place where there's nobody really goes there. It's just cars sitting back there, and so she's just waiting. Yeah, she's just waiting.
All right. Did he say the area that she was sitting was in the back of his current job at Ace Pickup Park?
Yeah, there was a certain part that they just had like vehicles just sitting there, and they would take them to get dismantled or crushed, and no one really goes back there. You would need like a permission to go back there.
When he said he strangled her, did he say that was inside the car or outside the car? If you can recall.
No, it was definitely in the car. What car? I don't know.
All right. Did he say where he shot her? Was that inside the car or outside?
Same answer. Yeah, it's in the car, but I don't know if it's in the car that he brought her to or the car that was sitting there.
Did he say where he shot her on her person?
Her chest.
And Torch, for her not to run and get away just shows that she had no fight in her. She already been abused for so long, 16 years of her life.
Let's keep it going. This is rough.
Did he tell you how he was able to get her and or encourage her to come to his job? What, if anything, did he tell her to get her there?
Just a process of like explaining to her that they were going to run away together. They were going to be together.
He told you.
The tip, ladies. Some drama happens and the guy says, let's run away together. You run the other way. It's the best I could put it.
He was telling her that they were going to run away together.
Yes.
And that they would be together as a couple.
They would be together, yes.
So you know what that tells me is that he probably choked her before. So she just saw that as normal.
She didn't have no fight in her, Torch. She's an abused child. She just saying, okay, go ahead, get it over with.
It is. Poor, yeah, I agree, Quita. Yeah, poor baby. So effing sad. I hope she's in the better state now. Me too.
There's a lot of young girls out here with that same mentality. They don't care what happens to them because they've been so abused for so long. This is how the pimps get them too.
Yeah.
What specifically did he tell you, if he did, to her body after she had passed? Did he tell you what he did with her?
Yeah, he said he wrapped her up in carpet and then transported her.
Did he transport her to where?
The dumpster.
The dumpster at his work?
Yes, at Ace Pickup Park, yes.
Did he say how he was able to transport her wrapped in carpet to that dumpster? Did he tell you that detail?
Yeah, he used one of the machineries.
What, if anything, did he tell you that he knew about that particular dumpster and how long it would be there?
Well, that was a conversation that we had. How would you just leave her sitting there, you know? And he said, no, the dumpster gets picked up today. Well, he gets picked up. And so this
Question, I got a
one of the
question.
days that it gets picked up.
Why he didn't call the police?
Because he didn't care. He didn't care. The only reason why he's testifying now is they probably told him.
He got subpoenaed.
No, has nothing to do with that. It has to do with him being an accessory.
Got it.
In my opinion, that's how I see it. He didn't want you to. I mean, the thing is this? Yeah, an accessory. That's what I think.
Because it's full.
Did he tell you he knew that dumpster was full?
Yeah. No, he knew that it was going to get picked up.
What, if anything, did he tell you if his niece had that baby, what it would cause to his family?
No, he would lose his entire family. And,
Yes, sir.
Lost it anyway. Why breaks it down like this? But my taxpayer dollar is going to pay for his flip-flops and put entertainment on the TV for his animal. Yep. For this animal. Yep. SMH. Pedos are a trigger for me. I can understand. I waver with my beliefs in due process with these. Man, this is really deep. Let me keep going.
What, if anything, did he tell you with respect to the weapon that he used? What was it?
His gun.
What, if anything, did he tell you he did with his gun thereafter, if he did?
He didn't tell me anything that he did with his gun afterwards. He said that he went to the shooting range. If you be talking about the usage of the gun,
yes, sir.
Afterwards he went to the shooting range, and that's it.
And why did he tell you he went to the shooting range?
To just blow off, I guess, whatever steam he had left over, any anxiety.
Did he tell you, Mr. Quiles, how long he had been planning to do this?
Yes, he said he was planning it for months.
Wait.
Wait,
he was planning it.
That's what I thought I heard. I wanted to confirm that. That's
do this.
Yes, he said he was planning it for months.
My God.
Yeah, you're right, Torch. They pressured him like, you're gonna go down with this guy. But
Yeah,
I would love to
that's what I'm
stay,
thinking.
Torch. I'm exhausted. This shit
Now-
right here got me.
If he did,
I'm gonna go ahead and drop
tell
Torch.
you anything with respect to what
Okay.
he did with her phone?
Thank-
Start with that.
Cyber, thank you for your help up here. I appreciate it.
All right.
I'll talk to you soon.
Freedom, bring your butt up here, girl.
Here we go.
The phone, he said he took it and threw it into like a neighboring water, a river or something, body of water.
What about any of her belongings? If he said anything about like a bag or bags, anything of that nature, did he tell you what he did with those items? If he did.
No, I don't recall asking him about her belongings.
Now, Mr. Quiles, were you surprised by what he told you?
Absolutely.
It shocked you?
Yes.
First, I want to ask you, staying with that day, December 20, 2018. I know there was 4 calls. Did you put the phone down the last time for that day, let's say after the 4th call, and call the police right then?
No, I didn't.
And just, if you would, sir, just tell us why not.
I just didn't believe him. I thought he was joking. He tells a lot of elaborate stories. Most of them are not true. So I definitely didn't believe him. I just thought it was one of his little concocted stories.
Now, did some
Oh, it sounds like he's a pathological liar as well.
time passed thereafter, Mr. Quiles, moving forward for some days where you learned through family members that your brother had a niece by marriage that was in fact missing?
Yes.
Right. Will you tell our jury how you learned about that?
I went to my grandmother's house.
And if you went to your grandmother's house, can you give us an estimate about how long after that conversation was on December 20, 2018 that you went to your grandmother's house?
I'm not sure how long.
Let's start this way. Was it more than a week?
I'm not sure.
Was it within a month?
Within a month, yeah.
Okay,
sure.
so it was shortly
Okay, I need
after.
to play this. I'm going to go forward to this
And
right
the
here.
next entry?
8/21/2018, 3:22. I don't like nobody hurting you but me.
And the next entry?
8/22/2018, 12:02. I'm sorry. I forgot you're carrying our child and
Listen to this again.
And the next entry?
8/21/2018, 3:22. I don't like nobody hurting you but me.
And the next entry?
8/22.
I don't like nobody hurting you but me.
Yeah, that's just sick. He's like holding us like a possession, you know, like a play toy or something that he can treat bad with a leash.
Submissive.
– 2018, 12:02. I'm sorry. I forgot you're carrying our child and you're oversensitive. I do love you very much and don't want you to keep going through this drama.
Love bombing.
But we have plans, and if you act off of your emotions, you will hinder all of our plans in the future.
If you get out of pocket.
Yeah, that's a threat.
It's very hard to see it now, but it's the truth.
And the next entry?
8/22/2018, 2 o'clock. The day Uncle John told you that Maya liked Ken, they were already dating, and the very next day was the first day that they met up. They had sex, and then on his birthday, they had sex.
And the next entry?
8/22/2018, 4:29. You know what I'm talking about, but you want to play dumb. It's cool. Our whole relationship, all that you lied about to me, all of it, because I know all of the stuff you think I don't. Let's try this again.
The next entry?
8/22/2018, 4:29. Okay, then I pray whenever you get ready to tell me the truth, you will, and see how much further we will go. But until then, this is what it is.
And the next entry?
Okay. 8/23/2018, 3:13. I lied about not liking Maya and wanting to do things with her. I started the whole thing. I told you that I was only talking to you, but I was also talking to Maya. The only reason we didn't do it more than once was because she found out that we were doing things and she didn't want nothing to do with me. I did kiss her down there once only. That was the same day we did it. I told you things to like me more, and when I told you that I wanted you to see our other people, I was lying, %2C. I talked to Mai about you and our problems all of the time, %2C. At first, I told you I was going to give you a baby to keep. I wasn't being serious, but once I seen how happy you were, I decided to give you 2 once you get older. After I found out about you and the boy, I was going to sex your sister.
Remember now, he's married. He's freaking married, talking like this to a little girl who he's having sex with. Crazy.
Hurt you like you hurt me, but she didn't want to, so it never happened. I told you I had cameras up in the house. It not true. I know the truth from something else, which I'm not going to say. I get info from your mom and aunts about you and tell them things so you won't be with nobody else. %2C. I said I'm not bothered by your actions anymore, but that's far from the truth. I hate when you are looking at other people. %2C. I hate when you talk to other people. %2C. I have your friends. %2C. Neighbors. I hate that you still talk to that boy. I hate that you talk to other people on your social network, Instagram, Snapshot, and some other things you have. %2C.
You see how crazy this guy is?
I act like I have hacked your phone and I don't know what's going.
And the next entry?
8/23/2018, 3/18. I stopped wanting Maya after she turned me down the last time I got it in my head that it's not going to happen. She said, just lay there, say no, and she was much looser than you.
Damn. This is creepy. We're gonna
This
stop it
is
right there.
sick. Yeah.
We got to do a
just
part 3, but I got to find out. I got to do some digging. This is crazy.
this is sick on a whole nother level.
Yes, it is. This is like, I don't know. Like, I want to throw up.
This man, I will tell you this. This is crazy as can be. How about anybody have any thoughts or opinions or feelings you'd like to express?
I don't know. I really feel hurt. I feel like this is just so sickening, to believe that, somebody could do all of this. Like, all of this is going through their mental head. And it's not only that, it's like he's like planning things. Like, he doesn't realize that these women have their own minds and their own body. And he's like basically, like, they're like dolls to him. They're
Yes.
not like actual human beings.
Exactly. I feel the same way.
Is they this is one of the main reasons why I lose respect with most black men who listens to the manosphere, because this right here proves that the pimp culture is still alive today, and the degeneracy in the black community ain't going nowhere. Even I'm sad. I'm angry right now. That's all.
All right. Why says this? Pure evil to hurt and victimize vulnerable children. Child. Sadly, the rich and elites love this forbidden fruit. They sure do. This is far bigger than this, and this pains me severely. I think it's getting on my nerves too. Welcome, Minerva. Welcome, D9. Thank you for coming through. If you missed any of our first 2 hours, of course, this will be on replay. You can come and check it out. I'm going to take a little break. This is kind of a little